Hey, what's going on, fellas? Skullboneslayer here, and welcome back to another episode of Reddit. This is going to be the first episode of the r/Prorevenge. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited to get into it. We got a couple of good ones, including a family getting torn apart. That one's a bit sad, but that was going to be right at the end. So we're going to get into it right now. I hope you all enjoy. Also, I would like to apologize in advance for the late upload. I know it is quite late. I did not do that on purpose, I assure you. Unfortunate outcomes happened, and unfortunately, this is the earliest I could upload it. Exporting took a while, and it's just been a whole mess, but I do apologize for the late upload. Smash a like if you do enjoy this video, however, and I will see you all at the end of the video. Take care. This call has been recorded for quality and training purposes. About a year ago, I was working behind the counter for a liquor store. It wasn't particularly busy, and my boss was stacking shelves nearby when the entitled customer walks in. She gets several bottles of alcohol and comes up to the counter. I estimate she looks under 20. Good evening. Before I serve you, do you have any valid ID? I don't need ID. I'm 25. I'm sorry, ma'am, but I'm required by law to cite ID from all customers that may be underage. Well, I don't have any ID. Just sell me the alcohol. I'm sorry, if you do not have any valid ID, I cannot serve you. So the entitled customer goes absolutely ape. She screams at me, calling me, among other things, a pedophile, a rapist, and a fat piece of shit. I'm sorry that you feel that way, but I'll have to ask you to leave the store. Still screaming invective at me, and then the manager, she leaves the store. As this is not an unusual occurrence, the boss and I laugh it off and get back to work, thinking no more of it. So fast forward about a week, I'm working again, when the boss calls me to the office to get a phone call from HR. Hi, what can I do for you? We received a complaint from a customer that you were exceptionally rude to her on the date. Due to this, we've signed you up to a mandatory course on customer service. It's at blank time and date. Hang on a second. I grab my phone and switch on the record function. Sorry, could you repeat that? HR then repeats itself. My manager was here for the incident. He'll confirm that I was not rude to the customer. Yes, he said that. Nonetheless, you have to attend a customer service course. It's mandatory. Hang on. So you're trying to tell me that my manager and I are lying? No, but we got a complaint, so you have to do this course. So let me get this straight. Despite the fact I was not rude to the customer, and my manager says that I was not rude to the customer, and she was literally lying about it, I have to attend a course on customer service. Yes. Do you know what workplace bullying is? What? Workplace bullying. What? Why? You are punishing me for an event that did not happen. That qualifies as workplace bullying me. I suggest you take me off of this customer service mandatory course. I can't do that. You have to attend. No problem. I quit. I'll see you in court. I should mention that this call has been recorded for quality and training purposes. I put the phone down and chat with the manager for a few minutes while he tries to calm me down for incandescent rage I'm feeling. A few minutes later, the phone rings again. It's HR supervisor. We stick it on speakerphone and I record again. HR supervisor says, "What's this all about?" So I explain what HR told me, and he questioned the manager and myself. After a few minutes back and forth, he says, "Okay, I'll take you off the course." That's not good enough anymore. What? I'm a victim of workplace bullying? I'm taking you to court. That's hardly necessary. We have fixed the problem, right? No. I've been insulted and then been told that the company does not trust me, nor does it trust my manager. I prefer to take my chances in court as I have direct evidence of workplace bullying. What can we do to resolve this? 2 things. I'd like a raise, and you to personally send a memo to everyone stating that they cannot just send people on mandatory training courses unless there's an actual evidence that wrongdoing has occurred. I'll see what I can do. Anyway, I got a small raise and a memo was sent out recurring review of customer complaints before any mandatory training was required by staff. So I took the win. The boss and I had a good laugh about it, and he admired my bravery in standing up to the dreaded HR. What pisses me off most, though, is that thought of how many staff had to attend mandatory training for something that was entirely the fault of some entitled customer. That was beautiful. Oh. Although just the threat of court can honestly get you so far when you're talking to someone in an HR capacity. If you just mention court, unionizing, any of these keywords, and you have your way. I mean, they don't really do anything, and it's fantastic. I absolutely love this story. Let's head on over to the next one. The kill switch. My little brother is always on his computer talking to his friends on Steam or Discord while playing Roblox or Fortnite. His friends on there are always mean, or my brother is just looking at everything negative. He's always fighting with them, plotting revenge, insulting them. He's been doing this stuff for 2 years now. It's caused many nights with no rest, no chance to make a YouTube video without hearing constant screaming, and not being able to do my homework for months. I've tried to tell him to be nicer to them. I told him to stop screaming. I even tried telling our mom that maybe he was being too loud. None of these worked. I feel like he was trying to flip the blame on me, because my mom was furious at me. She said he was younger than me and that I need to be more responsible and actually do my homework. Since he was the cause of my sleepless nights, I started to find ways to make him nicer without telling our mom. That's when I got an idea to use my elite programming skills to make a program that will close his Steam, Discord, Roblox, and Fortnite. I immediately started working on this program, and I wanted to make sure it relentlessly killed these programs while activated. I did some research on how I could obtain access to these processes, and found out it was easier than pie. I locked the program in an endless loop of finding and killing these programs. I tested it out on Notepad, opened 5 notepads, and started the program. Boom, without any warning, Notepad just gone. I set up the bare bones of having it search my computer's local site for a list of all programs I wanted to close, and close them with the first line is kill them. A few days after that, I compiled the program. As soon as he went to sleep, I snuck in onto his computer and placed my program in his computer startup folder. Now, anytime he starts up his computer, the computer will run, and when it hears my computer say, kill them, it will kill his games. The program kills them so quickly without any chance of ever seeing his games start back up. It's only nice when active. He has no idea I have control over the program. I'm sure he thinks the games are just crashing. So now, instead of screaming all night and all day at these awful friends, he's now hanging out with real friends, going to a park, watching movies with their parents, and now I can finally get my work done and have some nice rest at the end of the day. That's a good ending to a bad time in my life, and I'm the one who forced the hand. Thank goodness I'm a programmer. See, this is why I love programming languages, and I love being a developer and a programmer, man. I can do stuff like this, and it's let me tell you, if some of you have never made a program before, it is the most satisfying thing when something you've worked hours on works. So satisfying. Anyway, let's go on to the next one. Bullying me for over 3 years, I will fuck over your future in this country. I couldn't make myself leave out any detail. The story takes place near the end of high school, when most students would be thinking about what to do next in life. There was a kid that would bully me and 7 other students of the school. Let's call him Jack. Jack had been bullying me for around 3 years, but I was still too afraid to do anything about it. And it got to the point when I was ready to get revenge on this guy. Thankfully, I was friends with the bully's sister. Let's call her Jenna. Jenna and Jack's parents had gone a divorce 4 years prior to this event, but Jenna still talked to her sister that lived with Jack and their mother. Jenna hated Jack with a passion, which meant she was all over this plan we made to get revenge. Jenna and I knew where Jack would hang out at nearly every day while at school, so I had Jenna go to the vantage point where she could record me walking up to the bully. Since this spot was a blind area for the school cameras, it was just what we had to do. And what Jack would do when I did, mostly pushing and kicking me, typical bully stuff, and I would use my phone to record audio. We did this for nearly 3 months to make sure we had plenty of evidence. Over the 3 months, we discovered that I wasn't the only one being bullied. There were 7 other kids that Jack would bully, so we got them all in onto this plan. At the end of the 3 months, Jenna and I nearly had 100 different videos and audio recordings of me and the other 7 kids being bullied by Jack. Once we had around a month before we finished high school, I gave all the recordings to the principal of the school and Jack's mother. This easily got him expelled from the school. Since it was around the time students would be applied to go further in education, college, etc., I had Jenna talk to her sister and find out where Jack had planned to go after high school. I won't say where for privacy reasons. And once we found out, I sent all the recordings to the college he wanted to go to, which made him deny his application. This would continue to the point nearly every college that he could go to denied his applications, and they had to move to another country just so Jack could have a future. Aftermath. Just after Jack and his mother moved to another country, Jack's mother gave possession of Jenna's sister to her father. I was talking to Jenna about it, and it turned out that Jack's mother was harassing Jenna's dad, and we didn't know. So, our plan actually helped Jenna's father out as well. Wow. Causing someone to go to a completely another country. That is savage. Wow. Do you guys think that was worth it? Comment down below, yes or no. Do you think that was a bit too far, or do you think that was right on point? I'm actually very curious, as I do not know the answer to that one. So you're all going to have to let me know in the comments down below, and let's do one more for today. Why not? Disowning their daughter, regretting forever. This basically happened like 3 weeks ago. This is only posted a day ago, so this is very recently, you guys. This basically happened like 3 weeks ago. I moved out of my mother's house since I was going off to university to study math and physics. My brother had a girlfriend who I really liked and respected. I soon after accepted her as part of my family. She used to spend lots of time at our place because her parents were a nightmare. They were pretty poor, which doesn't have anything to do with them being horrible parents, just for context. But they also were stingy as fuck. Here in Germany, you'll get money for your child to buy them food, provide shelter, warmth, and clothes. Her parents didn't spend her child money on anything for her. She had to sleep in a dark, cold room, buy her own clothes, and get no pocket money. The only money she got was from her job, being a post girl. That job only amounted to 48 euros total in a month, and her bus ticket would already cost her 58 euros. So she had to ask her mother to lend her something, which she had to pay back to her. Her parents didn't want her to move out or go study, since she was way too intelligent for them to ever control, unlike her simple brother. When she said she wanted to move in together with my brother into a new city, where she had gotten an apprenticeship, her mom nearly exploded. She actually had hoped she wouldn't get the job, so she could realize how stupid she was from wanting a good future for herself. You can imagine how much her parents hated my brother. Fast forward, I come back to stay a few weeks at home, visiting friends and relatives. She is usually at our house, but my mother then told me she was living there, permanently, being registered exactly at my home address. I'm a little stunned, as only days before that suggested the very thing to her, and she said she didn't want to break ties with her family. But things changed when her mom tried to cut up her prom dress. She had been given it by my mother as a present. She was furious about what her mother wanted to do. She just explained that she never got such a nice dress, so why would her daughter? My brother's girlfriend just called my brother. My mother then drove him, since his car is getting fixed to her. They had just packed up most stuff they could carry, not including a lot of stuff my brother's girlfriend had gotten as a present. Since she didn't pay for it, so it wasn't hers, so her bike, her clothes given to her by her aunt, and some of the presents she had gotten from my brother had to be left behind. Since she was threatening with the cops, the last words were, "You can always come back to us. When he has beaten you black and blue, we love you." My brother can be a fucking asshole, but he never got violent towards anyone. Since that day, she's living with us. Now here come the juice. Since my mother is really good with law and legal stuff, she had been given her parents to pay her rent, child money, and now owning her. She also requested for money to support her since she got no income. She's only 18, so she will get a lot of money, plus her child money, plus the apprenticeship earnings, plus a little extra from our family. Since she isn't living with our family anymore, they were getting Winguild, which is a financial support given to you per person per square meter of your living space. The Winnings Guild also got a lot less. Mind you, her parents were gifting themselves smartwatches and laptops for Christmas. My brother's girlfriend had gotten a shampoo bottle with a discount label on it. So, after a few days, they realized they were in a lot of financial doo-doo and had to pay her back 4 months of child support, which they couldn't. They pleaded for the amount to be halved, which my brother's girlfriend could have agreed to, but she just took a pen and said, "Fuck, that. Crossed out their plea and put it back into the envelope. She now doesn't have anything to do with her family anymore, who tried through multiple means to get to her. I really admire her for staying that cool all these years. She rocks. Thanks for formatting. Let's pretend. It's stories like these that really upset me. And here's why. Her parents are scumbags. Okay? I will fully... I don't deny this, but it's really sad, and it always will be sad to read about or hear about a family getting split up, whether it's the daughter's moving out, the daughter getting kicked out, which is basically the case in this situation, or just neglect in general. It's really sad to hear about families getting, well, split. Anyway, that's just my opinion. What do you guys think? Leave in the comments. Anyway, guys, thank you all for watching. I hope you all did enjoy this video today. If you did, be sure to slap that like button. Comment down below, and be sure to subscribe for more. I will be releasing more of these until Sunday. After Sunday, I'll be taking a one-day break to view statistics and and see if people are enjoying this, as mentioned previously in the other episodes of Reddit. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Take care. Have a great night, and I'll talk to you all later. Peace out.